podcasting. Anyone ever thought about having a podcast? Where do I start? Where do I begin? Here's a tip for you, something that I use, Anchor. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. It is absolutely free, and they provide all the creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your computer, phone, tablet, whatever device you have. Super convenient. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you. Your podcast could be on Spotify, Apple Play, or Google. Grow your listeners and get as many people as possible to listen to your podcast and perhaps make some money. Everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. Let's do it.
The Disney Vibes Podcast. Talking insider tips, tricks, and pixie dust. For the most magical place on Earth, here's Andrew and Heather.
Welcome to episode 17 of the Disney Vibes Podcast. I am the host, I was told tonight. I am the host, Andrew.
Host. And I am the other host, Heather.
Well, you said it,
other host.
You're like, this is your thing, so I'm the host.
Yes, this is your thing. I just roll with it, friends.
That's what you told me, so I'm like, I'm the host. Anyways, Disney Vibes brought to you by Magical Destinations Travel. Book mdtravel.com. Like the podcast, spread the word. Want to show support? One of our magical agents will be with you to assist you in planning your vacation. There's no obligation ever for a free quote and no cost to you ever. And as always, you can download the Disney Vibes podcast wherever you get your podcast from. Please, if you like the content, help us out, provide feedback and a rating as well. We greatly appreciate your support. You can hit that thumbs up. We have a YouTube listener or two from the UK. They commented. So I don't know if you want me to reveal the identity, so I will just say, hey, and leave it at that.
And thanks so much. We appreciate it.
That's it. Okay, so I know it's now 3 episodes strong, and Heather is dying with bated breath over here that her joke of the week.
That's it. My joke of the week is going to focus on the, has to relate to the focus of this episode. So we're going to talk about Star Wars later on. So are you ready?
I'm as ready as I'm going to be.
Oh, boy. Okay. So why did Anakin cross the road?
I don't know.
To get to the dark side.
You know, I was going to do this, but okay. Like, I feel like instead of that, it should really be.
Oh, no. Are you ready? I have a comeback.
Okay, so this is why we have to venture into the world of video, because Heather is taking children props and literally holding them up to the microphone. And yeah, why don't you put your face in there and see what happens? I don't know if anybody ever saw that. So, all right, I'm going to go off the rails for a minute.
Go off the rails.
But
join me.
Shit. You construct the rails. There was a woman who bought a Chewbacca mask many, many years ago, pre-pandemic, and she literally wore it and died laughing hysterically because every time you would open your mouth, Chewie would make the sound, as in... Thank you. Right. Now, for years, Braden was severely scared of this mask, and I would chase him around the house, and it'd be quite humorous, right? Now, Jameson wears it and loves it. So, and you really did bring all kinds of props. We got Grogu down here and everything. So, okay. Anyways, great joke, Heather. Okay, you ready? So, this or that, would you rather? Here we go.
Would I rather? Okay. Oh, gosh.
You got to answer this.
All right.
Stop taking a picture of yourself. This is not a selfie. I can't.
Okay, would you rather? I'm focused.
Would you rather
have
a genie like Aladdin,
okay,
or have your own powers like the Incredibles?
Okay. Oh, well. So if I have a genie, I only have 3 wishes.
Okay, you're getting on a technicality here. I just said, would you like to have a genie? But yes, in theory, if we're going by what it really is, you would have 3, right? Okay. 3 wishes.
All right, so 3 wishes. Or do I want to have a superpower?
Right.
And belong to a super family?
I'm
going to go there. No.
Sure. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know one of your wishes would be like, I wish Andrew would laugh at my jokes.
Oh, but I made you laugh. I made you giggle tonight. You were not expecting the Chewbacca mask.
No, I
No,
wasn't.
you
You
weren't.
literally just pulled that out of your you-know-what. Because I did. You had it.
Yeah, I had
you
it
had it
hidden.
hidden somewhere.
I did.
Anyway.
I'm going to say that I would rather have a power.
Okay, and what would that power be? Let's go a step further. All right. Come on, you gotta back it up with some evidence or reasoning here.
All right, well.
That's your claim. Evidence, reasoning.
Credit a woman. All right, I'm already that. So then.
Whoa.
All right, go ahead.
I don't think I have a sound effect for that.
That's not wah, wah, wah. That's
No,
like,
it's-
ooh-ish.
Okay, whatever you think over there, ma'am.
So does it have to be an incredible,
It's a
like,
power.
superpower?
Dude, stop overthinking this.
Well, this is, oh my gosh, this is so much pressure
All
right
right,
now.
we got to move on, folks.
Invisibility. Oh, what? You don't like that one?
Well, the first thing that came to mind, why do you want to be invisible?
I don't know. It's like I could spy on you.
I say you're going to stalk people. Stalker. Anyway, all right, so here's what's happening. Let's move on. Heather is now invisible, so I am the host, okay? Anyways, we want to let you know the early booking rate is out for select 2023 Adventures by Disney River Cruises. So we can now book you on a river cruise adventure along the Danube, Rhine, or rivers. They'll cruise through stunning scenery, visit quaint villages and iconic cities, and there's a $500 per person savings right now. The offer has to be booked by April 25th. Please reach out to your agent, and it's for select departures between May 11th and December 21st, 2023. Availability is limited, and these river cruises, like it's pretty crazy as you look at the adventures of what they include and the detailed
Itinerary.
Thank you very much for that
You're
word.
welcome.
Right. So very cool. If it's something that you're interested in, please absolutely reach out to us or your Magical Destinations agent. I know we're going to talk about Star Wars, and there's a lot of Star Wars info. I did want to mention two things in regards to ground transportation. We talked a lot about Sunshine Flyer.
Yep.
We talked a lot about Mears and how they literally took over January 1st, right, as transportation. Disney, there's always ride sharing, rent-a-cars, etc. However, Disney has now, and we book it directly through Disney, they have their private ground transportation available again directly through the Walt Disney Travel Company. So there's not a third party. There is a third party, but you don't have to deal with the third party. Disney will pay the third party. So, and that could be anything, like we said, limos and Lincoln Town cars and everything like that. Now, the one thing I want to mention is this is important when we're talking about the Galactic Star Cruiser, because they will take you, okay, from the airport to the Galactic Star Cruiser. You can get any mode of transportation, ride sharing to the Galactic Star Cruiser and so forth. The only thing they will not do, any of these companies, is you cannot go from, let's say, Grand Floridian
Your
to
resort.
Right. So if you're staying for more than 2 days, you cannot go from like Grand Floridian or any of your resort hotels to, there's not a bus or anything. So you're going to have to use ride sharing or take the bus to Disney Springs, and Disney Springs will bring you.
Right. So you're not going to be able to get to the Star Wars.
The Star Cruiser.
Correct.
The Halcyon, right. So that is something I just wanted to mention in regards to travel options, if you have a hotel stay as well. So just to keep that in the back of your mind, obviously your agent can help you out with that.
So, and they're not referring to this as the Magical Express either, which
No.
I thought was interesting, because ultimately it's not just a bus though either, because you have your different options as the cars, the vans, whatever. So I wonder if eventually they will put a little bit of a name on it. I don't know, just saying, but it makes it easier.
All depends on the bottom line.
Definitely makes it easier.
Right. I want to mention Universal. We actually had an agent down there recently said the trip was fantastic. And there are, comparing, as you look at UniversalOrlando.com, for example, we know the relevance and the importance as to why you have an agent to help you guide you through all of your plans, because they've experienced it, because it's what they love, what they want to do, and so forth. But there's also the caveat that, A, they wait on the phone for hours for you, right? So you don't have to do it. Because sure, it's very easy to set it up and click, and you know what you want to do, and you're done. But then if there's a change, that's when the gray hairs start to grow. So literally in a day of 12 hours waiting on the phone with Disney because they're so popular. Travel agents have a direct line. That being said, I'm talking about Universal. It's the same idea. We are able to assist you in booking your Universal vacation, whether it be tickets, or the whole package with a hotel stay as well. And there are some really great deals, regarding Universal now, with the Wizarding World of Harry Potter package. That's a mouthful. But there's a lot of them going on between Universal Studios, obviously the Islands of Adventure, which has that, and then Volcano Bay with the water park as well. So if you're a big Universal person, you just want to kind of see that, we can help you out with that as well. And there's some great specials coming up for this summer and travel.
Very exciting. We have yet to go as a family. I think I said that I went, years ago. We're just waiting for our youngest to get a little bit taller, so that he can experience all of the greatness it has to offer.
Yeah, there's some extra height requirements, so absolutely, depending upon what you want to do, especially when you get to the water parks. So, minor news. However, I'm wondering, as if I had a crystal ball, maybe this should be your superpower, if this is kind of seeing into the future. But as of today, there's concierge guests specifically on the Disney Wish and Disney Dream now have an expanded window to select activities prior to other guests. So they're lengthening that window. Okay, from the 60 days to now it's 130 days. So again, just cruise ships, but maybe dining will come back. Maybe we'll go from 60 to 120. Right, and then eventually up to 180. I don't know, as we get back to that 6-month thing. So again, minor, but if you are booked on a cruise and you want to get those excursions, absolutely, please let us know, and we can help you with that. Heather and we talk every week about food. It is ridiculous, I know. However, there are sweet treats now at Disney's Hollywood Studios, and it's all the indulgent spring flavors. And I'm not going to go into great length because then I just get hungry.
I know. Sorry.
But they are definitely whipping up some new sweet treats. There's an orange blossom shake. There's the Beauty and the Beast Rose at Catalina Eddie's. This thing, at Rosie's All-American Cafe, the s'mores cupcake.
OMG. Sounds absolutely amazing.
Right, and then ABC Commissary has the tropical tart. They also have the mint chocolate chip cheesecake. So, there's just a lot. Strawberry cheesecake. Are you raising your hand at me?
I am not raising my hand at you.
Strawberry cheesecake cannoli. There's a lot. So, and Woody's Lunchbox. Banana fudge lunchbox tart. So they're really trying to get people into the spring season with these desserts, and those are just a few to mention regarding the new food. It's just food everywhere. Now the Hollywood Studios is going to have it. Okay, let's talk Star Wars.
Star Wars. Wait. Chewbacca. All right, let's go, Chewie.
This is what I deal with. So, Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser, the soft opening for those media companies. Hopefully one day we'll get there.
We will get there, don't worry.
We will. That we're invited to kind of take the experience and I don't want to say review it. And
no.
I have thoughts about reviews because I feel like you should not critique something if you're not paying for it. Like it's a free trip. Like,
right.
And a lot of these media companies, a lot of them don't do that. They understand, like, you're there
you're there to experience it.
Right, and document it, but not say truly what you your personal opinions, because you are on that specific trip. You're not representing yourself.
Correct.
You're representing your company and the Walt Disney World company. So, but they had the soft openings last week, and then the Galactic Star Cruiser on the Halcyon officially launched. I believe everybody will be getting off that ship for that 2-day excursion on Thursday, March 3rd in the morning. So definitely cool in that regard. But it's launched, and they've posted a ton of pictures with a photo tour through the Halcyon Star Cruiser. If you follow any major blogs or the Walt Disney World itself, they definitely have documented this along the way. But they definitely have the journey to a galaxy far, far away, thanks to these Disney photographers. And so basically this is how it kind of develops. Once you get to the Galactic Star Cruiser terminal, right? Because it's a ship,
get aboard, right?
It's the Halcyon. So you arrive. It's a 2-night. Your bags, your car are whisked away, and your adventure begins then. So then you get into the launch pod and you blast through hyperspace.
Oh, my.
And then guests will dock with the Halcyon Star Cruiser and step out into its main deck atrium. Now, what I want to say about the atrium is, from everything that, again, not firsthand experience, but that I've understood, that is where everything takes place.
It's kind of like do I want to compare it to a Lido deck on a cruise ship? It's usually like the main area.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. So the atrium, and that's kind of where it all happens. So right from there, guests are greeted by SK-620, and that's the ship's resident astromech droid. He's very helpful in a pinch, Heather.
I like that.
And then they're escorted to their cabin, which is fun to explore in its own right, because they have a sleeping berth built into one of the walls. Remember, no windows. It's a viewport out to space. Now, what I've read with some of the reviews and everything is, it's great to leave that open. It's pretty cool, but it's also bright.
Yeah.
So you're really immersed in it. So if you want to get sleep, you probably have to pull the shade.
Exactly.
And then once guests are settled in, so this is just kind of like a timeline if you are interested in going through this experience. Once you're settled in, you head back down to the atrium for the ship's muster, led by Captain Kevin and cruise director Linka Monk. So then you muster, you get to look around. You have the sublight lounge. You can get a nice drink. Maybe stroll into the Chandrila Collection Boutique to pick up some clothing and accessories for the voyage. Now, I want to talk shopping because Heather loves to shop.
Yes, I do.
If anybody knows my wife. So what's interesting is they have the shop on, or I want to say on the ship, at the Galactic Star Cruiser experience, and that attire and gear is strictly limited to that on that experience. So if you see something you like and you're going, you got to get it.
So it's like a one of a kind.
It is, and it's things that are kind of promoting, like, the Galactic Star Cruiser shirts or whatever aren't on there until the end. Like, it's, like they always do. You get off a ride, you go through a gift shop. Same idea. Mm-hmm. So those things are at the end of the adventure. Everything else is all of your cosplay, your costumes, and you can buy a lot of that on shopdisney.com. The prices range from $50 up to $150, and then you build your lightsabers, your droids, and this and that, whatever. But that kind of gives you the idea. Now, at that point, they say you should be checking your Star Wars data pad through the Play Disney Parks app. So if you don't have that app, make sure you download it
beforehand.
Right, because it is massive in size, and you don't want to use all your data for that. And those itinerary updates are constantly throughout the stay on that data pad. So you'll always know when it's time for those special onboard activities. Now, what if you don't have a mobile device, right? They do give you a data pad. So you do have a data pad if you are someone with a flip phone, like some people we know, right? And the other thing is, we talked about having that extra battery power. Because you are so submerged in the experience, you really need to be able to have the extra battery power. Now, I did hear, or read, I should say, fuel rods. You can, if you have fuel rods, you can give them to the concierge desk on your Star Cruiser, on the Halcyon, and they will swap them out for you.
So fuel rods meaning like a battery pack.
Yeah, a battery pack. Yep. So they'll charge the next one, you swap it out, done. So once you get that, then you have bridge training and lightsaber training, which I will say looks fantastic.
Sounds like
just being in the dark with everything like that. Yeah, it's cool. And then dinner in the Crown of Corellia dining room. They have a spectacular musical performance by the Galactic superstar Gaia on the first night. So that's a lot to take in already. And that could all be done in just the first few hours of the 2-night journey. So just a little tidbit, in regards to that. Now, here's what, we always talked about the sample itineraries that were released, right? And we talked, I don't want to say like mandatory fun. However, you have to be ready to go. So from when breakfast time is until 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, you could miss something. We talked about, okay, is this comparable to
cruise ship?
No. Oh my gosh. Rise of the Resistance, the experience.
Gosh. Right.
So you get immersed in that experience for, 19 minutes perhaps?
Yeah.
Right? For Rise. This is non-stop.
Right. It's all day.
If you miss something, okay, you're going to miss something.
Right. And that's something that was that I also read as well, is that
it was a critique, and fair enough.
Right. Is that you will not be able to see everything.
Unless you don't sleep.
Right.
Right. I mean, I agree. I think that you would not be, I don't want to say not sleeping, but.
No, it's just, it all just really depends. And if you miss that, their response is, well, you have to come again.
Agreed. And so it is and the more I just read and just consume myself with it over the last week or so, it is like you're in the movie. Like you are a character.
Absolutely. Yeah. You have to choose your side, and then
it's more so than anything. Like you're seeing, feeling, living Star Wars. Like you got to go to Batuu. If you don't decide to go to Batuu, you're missing out on the experience that you're paying for. So they're really trying to, engulf you in this experience, like you're part of Star Wars. And what better than the Walt Disney World Company to do it along with Lucasfilms?
Right, to make it come alive. So then, for someone who, let's just say, who might have not have gotten into Star Wars just yet and really understands it, I would recommend that you
study.
I was just going to say, get on it. And it wasn't until maybe 2 years ago that I actually really got into it. And, I understand it. I would definitely brush up on my terms and, where everything's located and everything, just so I have a better idea, because I don't want to be that person. Usually I am, but, I don't want to be that person that just really has no idea. But you would definitely need to be well-versed in order to appreciate, this immersion, this experience.
Yeah. Like you said, you're not going to be able to complete everything. Mm-hmm. And how it immerses you is pretty intense in a good way, is what I want to say, because it is an interactive storytelling experience, and it interweaves with these crew members. These crew members are legitimately, they are taking their part seriously.
They're acting, they're not just
whether it be droids, other passengers, and you have to be familiar with Star Wars, like Heather said. So you definitely, if you're a Star Wars geek, absolutely you should be experiencing this, because you're going to get so much out of it. If you are just new to the Star Wars realm, you got to brush up on it. I really think just to kind of, and I'm not saying just Star Wars movies. Let's be honest. I'm not saying you need them, but to fully understand the story, you should be watching, Mandalorian and Boba Fett and everything, just to kind of, give your schema, your background knowledge of Star Wars, so you're able to experience it on another whole level. But and again, it all goes through that app, that Play Disney Parks mobile app, which we've downloaded, but I didn't see much purpose. We were just, I don't know. I didn't do a lot with it, but here you need it.
You need it. Exactly.
I mean, and that app is going to have your events. It's going to have your comms on how the story unfolds. It's going to have the map of the Star Cruiser and the Black Spire outpost on Batuu. It'll have tools when you're called for the job, when you're on that planet side excursion in Black Spire outpost, and then it'll have your profile and everything like that. Your dining, the food.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we don't have enough time, but the food itself looks crazy.
It looks interesting.
Blue shrimp.
I don't know if I could do it. I did. I even showed you. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't think I could do it.
Smoking cheeses and breads, reminiscent of the molten planet Mustafar, and then the blue shrimp. from Felucia, and then beef and seafood native to the Wookiee homeworld of Kashyyyk.
There you go. Good job.
So
Wookiee. That's where
that's Chewie.
Chewie. That's where he's from.
Well, he's a Wookiee.
Oh, he's a Wookiee.
Oh,
Never
my
mind.
goodness.
See, this is why you need to brush up.
I don't know what to do. But anyways, it does continue. So you take this experience, this immersive experience on the Halcyon, for the the experience, and then the Star Cruiser, and then from there you do travel to Star Wars Galaxy Edge on the second day of the voyage. They say you board a special transport shuttle for your planet-side excursion to Batuu, where there's new missions and characters and everything like that, and there's secret missions, and you get one-time entry to the two signature attractions, so Rise and Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. You get lunch at Docking Bay 7, food and cargo, or any other location they decide. And you can also have a reservation at Olga's Cantina, Savi's Workshop for the lightsabers, and Droid Depot. Now, we went to all of those. Olga's Cantina was great with the drinks, the bubbles.
Yep.
The kids absolutely love the drinks.
A lot to see in there. And the drinks they had, varieties of alcoholic drinks, non-alcoholic drinks. And it was just very cool. They had like the little, what do they call the boba balls?
Yep.
Yep. That the kids loved. And they made the drinks like smoke. So that's probably what, dry ice. Yeah. So anyways, very cool. Definitely hits all your senses. And it's just it's got an interesting vibe. Like there's a DJ and they're spinning. So,
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of, but still cool vibes.
The nice thing is, with everything that's come out of the, the last 2 years almost, this was announced almost 5 years ago. And think about that. The interest in the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser has exceeded all other resort additions at Walt Disney World. And people are going to travel from all over the world for this experience. And as rightfully so, fan expectations have been sky high, and Disney has fueled much of that, hyping it they hype this as its first of its kind Star Wars adventure that you own. The most immersive Star Wars story ever created, where you live the experience and you journey into the adventure than you ever dreamed possible. Because, yeah, we go on these rides and attractions and everything, but, and again, we haven't experienced it, disclaimer, but I can see where the passion is for this. I just don't know. And again, this is the optics, the 30,000-foot view for me is at what price point?
Right.
The value of it. And now, I'm not saying that Disney doesn't do things right, but I'm looking at what they currently charge, and it's 2 nights, and I get it. It's, I don't think we could go all day long with our kids until they're older, really older.
I was just going to say they have to be older, because I almost feel like
to
it
appreciate
could be too
it.
much. Yeah. It'd be too much for a younger child, I feel like, to try to keep up and to go, and really they have to be pretty well versed. I don't know. I think Braden, so how old is he? 7, 8. He could probably make the connections to an extent. My 4-year-old, good Lord, no.
No.
I mean, if you can bring your 4-year-old, if you want to, they have rooms that accommodate up to 5.
Yeah.
So there's definitely the room there.
Well, and remember, this resort, so I don't want to say it's viewed as a hotel. It's a Star Cruiser, so it's a ship.
It's a ship.
Right? But it's got guest rooms and beds and overnight stays, and it's obviously, we know it's based on Star Wars, but it's boutique size. It's that niche crowd because it's really more like a cruise ship, but on land and incredible low capacity. It's not, you're not packing people in, there. If there's, a couple of 2 people, that just are going on it, that room is only going to have 2. If there's a family of 5, they're going to put you in a room of 5. So it's kind of laser focused in that regard with this, the interactive entertainment. But there's a lot of questions that have kind of been answered for me as of now. But again, we look at the concept and hoping to see where it's going to fall with that price point. I mean, listen, I have no I don't see myself dressing up.
You're such a party pooper.
Well, no, I mean, okay, maybe I'll wear a Jedi robe, but other than that, like, I'm not gonna. I'm sorry. Are you?
So then,
are
therefore,
you gonna be
you
Princess
can.
Leia? Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, you're talking to the queen of theming.
So
I
you're
would.
gonna dress like Princess Leia?
Oh yeah,
remember?
I'm gonna.
Oh yeah,
Oh
there
my
you go.
God, I can't. Yes, I would. I would put the, my hair in the buns, put it to the sides, or no, I'm being more like Ray.
Okay, well, all right, fine, but okay, that's fair enough.
Either way, yes, I
But
would
like the
dress
makeup,
up.
everything. I know, but like, again, like, I feel like you go to the bathroom, you're gonna miss something.
Gotta do it quick.
Well, blue shrimp may not go quick. Who knows, right? I mean, I don't know. But again, I do think that the experience is going to be worth it on the Galactic Star Cruiser. I don't want to say it's splurging.
Well,
Again, everybody values something differently.
Sure.
And I appreciate that.
yeah. Well, for
Okay.
us, we'll put it in our perspective.
Right, but I don't want to get into the whole thing about reviewing because we didn't go on it. It's just it's perceptions of the knowledge I've acquired through others,
Right.
who
Understandable.
are non-biased, for the most part,
Sure.
because they're doing what they're told to be doing.
Yeah.
So they didn't spoil anything really. They were trying to just give facts about
Feedback.
right, just
course.
facts, what to expect. Like there's plenty of room for luggage. There was something I read that said, for you specifically with motion sickness, like that could be, because they're trying to really immerse you in the experience. You're not going to have windows. You're not going to have any of that. So we always say, like, yeah, Disney's a vacation, but you need sometimes a vacation if you don't
From
build
your
in days.
vacation.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you're always on the go, especially with young kids trying to, do
Sure.
everything. Like the pool days are great. You don't have a pool here. Like you are go, go, go. And that's why it's only 2 nights, I should say. So I understand that. However, I do think that the Halcyon's going to be fun. I do think the experience will be memorable for sure. Looking at the rooms, they look fantastic. The theming, the concept, the Imagineers really they hit it out of the park there. I don't know. I'm trying to think what else you got? Anything else?
Just so if I've kind of splurged at, or not splurged, I looked at my the people I follow on our Instagram that are like influencers that were invited and they share their footage. And one of the things that I just couldn't get over was Andrew, I can't remember the name of the droid that you walk in and he's there and he's just walking, just
C-3PO?
yeah. No, just goes back and forth. Is it 3PO? No.
Where are you talking?
There is a droid
Yeah, where?
on the ship, and it was just strolling back and forth. So what I'm just thinking is you're seeing these things.
Okay.
Oh, I just thought it was cool.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. So, I do I know we're kind of all over the place, but talking about this because there's so much information and trying to collate and curate it all in one spot. We did a pretty good job, but something else that I remember reading about was if you are a family and your kids don't like showers,
Oh, right.
they'll be dirty for 2 days.
Well, because there's no
bathtub. It's all showers, obviously, for space-saving requirements. The
Right.
bunks are awesome. Built into the walls, the bunks are great. They have a queen-size bed, plenty of storage. And, of course, being a brand-new facility, there is enormous amounts of charging ports and everything like that. So it's cool, though, with, having the TV with, which kind of has like a droid or the captain on it. And there's, what is it? It's the logistics droid. It's like Alexa on steroids, right?
Right.
And I just screwed up everybody's. I'm sorry, and it'll give you mission elements and details and more. Again, in your room, but you're always on the go, so that's why again you need to ensure that you have plenty of battery power and everything like that. I mean,
Your beverages, sorry, I'm just looking through that you have the options to drink are the different color milks.
Yep. That's like in
That's
and Galaxy's Edge.
Right. I have to tell you, I didn't try it because I don't like milk, period, like to drink it. So I don't know if it's just food coloring in regular milk or if it's like taste any different.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember.
No, me neither.
I don't remember. But, everything with the previews, everybody has come away with an enjoyable experience from this adventure. And again, they're going to value the vacation and the immersion in the actual experience on their own level. Like, it's going to be hyped. There's people who are going to be so stoked for it. It's going to be, insane. They're going to say it was the best thing ever. Another person may be like, they may not see the value in it. So it really depends on how much, and not trying to discourage anybody from this, but if it's something you're into, absolutely you need to experience this.
Absolutely.
If you like Star Wars, if you want that experience, you have to at some point, I don't say you have to, but you should, go on, and experience this, because it's I don't want to say once in a lifetime, but it's up there in the sense that it's going to be like an amazing immersive story, especially if you've been on Rise. This is just, with a microscope times 1,000 times, because you are living it for 60 hours or so.
Right. So, just
go ahead.
No, because I'm going to go off the rails. You're more focused. What?
Well, so I'm wrapping up, because if you go off the rails, we're going to be off the rails. So I want to say, as we wrap this up, again, everybody's got value for what the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser is going to be. Is it worth the money, given the extraordinary costs? And who knows, based on supply and demand, right? Costs may come down. Right now, it's the hot new thing.
Right.
But I do think everybody values things differently. And if you are into that Star Wars, theme, this is absolutely an experience you should look at or get priced out and see if it fits your budget for your vacation. I do think that there are some people who have experienced it and they're saying it lives up to the hype. And there's others that are saying it's not living up to the hype, so it doesn't justify that exorbitant cost.
Interesting.
But I do think that it's off to a good start.
Mm-hmm.
Disney does things right. Nobody has said it's been terrible. Like, the experience is not terrible. They say it's awesome, but it's a fun-filled, packed day.
Right.
Like, I don't want to say it's vacation, right? Because you're on the go.
Right.
It's like a choose-your-own adventure. So a lot of people have their expectations, and I do think they're being met. And I feel like people are going to enjoy this, and it's going to be interesting as more and more people experience it, what kind of information comes out. And when we get people's reviews with expectations versus value versus, this, because they've all said, everybody said the cast members are so immersive in this story, in this event, that it really is awesome. And nobody I know has ever lived like a choose-your-own adventure in this kind of thing. It's like in a movie when you're not a movie star.
Right, exactly. And that was kind of where I was going to go. Like, I wonder if Disney, maybe 10, 15 years from now, will create another one of these types of experiences. I don't know, maybe Marvel. Well, they have the Marvel-themed cruise.
Well, they have a day, but
right.
Maybe.
Call
the Imagineers.
I don't know. I got an assignment for them.
Yeah. So, all right. So we're going to wrap up this episode because there was a lot of information about Star Wars. There is a ton of notes that Heather's going to put out. I don't know if you figured all that out yet.
Yeah, it's coming. I promise, everyone. You can always reach out to us on our socials. Instagram is Magical Destinations Travel Co. Facebook, Magical Destinations Travel, and Twitter, Magical Des Trav, to ask questions. Hey, Heather, what was that, you had? Again, our website, bookmdtravel.com. There is a blog section coming where we will be able to put all the things that we're discussing there. It's coming, I promise. But, yeah, so.
All the goodies.
That's it.
You can put your Chewy mask on there. Put a link to Chewy. Right? So, all right, folks, we're going to wrap up episode 17 of Disney Vibes. As always, live life, Do what makes you happy. Let the Disney vibes flow.
Find Disney Vibes for all your vacation needs on the web at bookmdtravel.com.